been a while since I've been back with a video, but I am here. It's Joe Chia, and we're no longer in Core 5 Creative Studios. I have to let you guys know that Core 5 Creative Studios is now a thing of the past. We are now in a new home, my new studio, Come Uptown Studios. We'll get into that in another video, but I won't bore you. Right now what's happening is I am in the process of making the chemicals to develop all of the film that I shot in Ghana. I made photos on 40 rolls of film. The breakdown was 14 rolls black and white, 13 rolls E6, 13 rolls C41. So I ordered on my kit to have everything that I need, and I wanted to make sure that I used all fresh chemicals to make sure that I got the best possible results. Another new pickup that I picked up was the Cinestill TCS, temperature control, because of course we know when mixing chemicals and also when warming them up or developing, it's best to have proper temperature chemicals, because if not, then you put yourself in a situation where you may have altered results or all the results won't be streamlined. I also just picked up the big boy, which is what we'll be using to develop all of our film. This can hold up to 5 rolls of 120 film, up to 8 rolls of 35 millimeter. And that gives me the ability to process a lot more in a lot less time, as opposed to my older tank, which would only allow me to do 2 rolls of 120 at a time. So today's situation is we're gonna be using this bad boy here to make some we're gonna use this bad boy to make some D76. This is Kodak Professional. It's been one of the longest standing black and white developers. And it's a little stray from the norm for me. I'm used to using Sprint Standard, but I'm looking for a very clean and crisp, like finished develop. You know what I mean? For my negatives. That sounds crazy, but for my negatives. So I'm gonna be using some Kodak Professional D76. I'm gonna be using some Ilford Rapid Fixer. I'll be using some Ilford Stop. I'm gonna also be using some Permawash. And then to wrap it all up, we'll be washing it in some water and using some Kodak PhotoFlow 2000, 200, something like that. PhotoFlow 2000 is the only bottle that I have that's already opened. And it lasts forever, so I didn't need to re-up on any of that. Each roll is 500 milliliters of solution. So 500 times 5 is 2,500 milliliters. So for the developer, I'll be making it a gallon at a time. And each of these, I'll be making it 25 milliliters at a time. Following the directions for stock dilution, I will not be diluting this any more than what is recommended to get the best possible result, because again, I did spend 3 weeks in Ghana, and the ultimate goal is for these images to bring people into my experience and to make them feel like they were there. So, with no further ado, here we are. I have my Cinestill TCS currently set to 130 degrees, as the packaging on the Kodak D76 says that it should be anywhere between 121 degrees and 131. So I figured I'd set the Cinestill to 130 and I'll be able to stop it, go get the scissors, cut this open, mix it in until it's clear, and then add the rest of this 1 gallon bottle of water to the mixture before pouring it into our light sensitive bottle. Because this chemical actually has to be so hot when it's mixed, I'm actually not gonna be using it today. I'm gonna save the development part for tomorrow and we'll take it into the house, but it's always best to be prepared. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up, and then when we do get to the development part, you'll see me in my home. So without any further ado, here we go. So as per the instructions on the Kodak D76 package, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small slit here, boom, make a small little slit in our package so that I have more of a controlled pour of the chemical mixture. So this is 3 liters of water at 130 degrees. Then you take it and you pour it into your 3 liters of water. Also, I'm using distilled water because I don't want to run the risk of any pollutants from the tap water, right? We're in New York City, and the tap water can be a tad bit mysterious, you know what I mean? Different areas of the city have different hardnesses of your water. You don't want to get too much fluoride and mess something up. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to stir this up until it runs clear. And that's why the water needs to be over a certain temperature. One, because it activates the chemical, but it also helps the chemical to, I guess, like dissolve into the water. Some people like to just pour it into a bottle and shake it up. But a lot of the pro photographers that I know that use this chemical, they don't recommend shaking it up because they said the shaking causes some oxidation in the chemical, which alters effects, and better safe than sorry. I don't know how accurate it is, but better safe than sorry. So here we are mixing it up, and as you can tell, it's starting to get clearer. What I'm using to mix it up is a chemical stirrer, so it's safe for the chemicals. It won't cause any issues. Yeah, man, we're almost to clear. But once you get it to clear, the game is to take the rest of the water that you have that's room temperature and pour it in. So here we are. We're almost at clear. Sorry for the noise you're hearing in the mic, but you know I'm trying to be thorough about it. You gotta add a little bit of elbow grease to it sometimes. This is fun, making a little whirlwind in it. Not sound boring as shit, but you know, we'll get into it. Here we go. I think we're pretty much clear. I do see a bit of the particles still spinning around in there. I'm gonna give it a second to see if anything is gonna settle back to the bottom. You know, spinning it really fast, you know, whipping it with the wrist. Chef Curry with the pot boy. No, that looks pretty clear to me, man. All right, so there we go. Pretty clear. And then what we'll do is we'll take the remaining balance of this 1 gallon bottle of water, which you know is 1 gallon to the T, and you pour it in. Then you mix it up. So there we have it. We now have a full stock working dilution of, or a full stock set amount of Kodak D76. So the next thing to do is to mix it up real well and then pour it into our bottle. And that's what my funnel is here for. So I have my trusty dusty funnel. It's a little smaller because I'm used to making 1 liter batches of chemicals, but nevertheless, here we are. There it is. Full stock solution of Kodak D76. Again, the reason why we won't be using this today is because this was mixed at 130 degrees, which is roughly 60 so odd degrees hotter than what it needs to be when we actually develop. So the final step to this is to label my actual bottle so I don't mix it up in the process. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just write Dev on a erasable marker in the letters blue. Blue for Dev, red for Stop Bath, black for Fixer. So, developer is done. All right, guys, so you've made it this far, which means that you took the time to sit back and watch this entire video. And for that, I'd like to say thank you. I'm here in the apartment and I am editing out the video, and I realized that in my early YouTube video making, I managed to not make an outro for this video. So this is that outro. Thank you for watching it. Thank you for getting this far. Thank you for tapping in. If you like what you saw, please hit subscribe, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or just want to discuss the processing, or if you have any suggestions, drop them down below in the comments. If you're ever in New York City, you can feel free to come uptown and tap in with me. Best method of communication is Instagram. If you or anyone you know has any goodies that you would like to send my way to try out, film or digital photography wise, or tech, DM me or send me a message here and I'll give you the address to the studio. Until next time, don't forget to come uptown.